Hey y'all, it's been a minute or two, so I wanted to give you a quick video update on what's been happening with life. RV Carnivore is something that I launched in April of 2023 at KetoCon in Austin, and it started off with a bang. And the goal was that I was going to close on a new home in early June, and then I was going to hit the road and travel and hit 41 states that I hadn't yet been to with Brisket the RV and spread a message of hope through promoting farmers, not farmers, and help people understand that your health begins with your nutrition. And that delayed through July because of 7 construction delays of the new home. Once the home was completed, we thought, okay, well, so I missed Cops and Campers event in Ithaca, New York, where I was going to backstop Eric Reynolds, known as Keto 5.0. I was going to backstop his event, and we were going to talk about health and health through proper nutrition. And that got, obviously I couldn't do that. Then I was supposed to go down to see Dr. Wiedemann and Dr. Kiltz and backstop an event that she was doing on the New Jersey seashore at the end of July. And that didn't get to happen because, again, life got in the way. Once we finally closed on our house, we were about 5 days in the home when my mother-in-law, Alecia, was admitted to the Mayo Clinic for cancer. She was diagnosed with a very rare but treatable cancer known as, and I have to read this off of a sheet of paper, cholangiocarcinoma, and she is at stage 3. And the doctors said that right now the tumor is too large to operate on, so they want her to go back home and begin chemotherapy, which she is starting, ironically, today. And through chemotherapy, we're going to shrink the tumor so that they can operate on it. And I talked to her about this morning because I wanted to be very careful not to step on her toes and speak about her private life if she wasn't willing to let me. And she said, by all means, please do, and ask your followers for prayers. So I'm asking you, please, she needs your prayers. And it may not seem appropriate to you to post something in a comment, but if you just say a couple of words, they don't have to be prayers, or it can be a full prayer and it can be 500 words long. Please make a comment in this video that she can read, because she's going to read this. She'll read all the comments and watch this video from her chair at home. And I think she needs that encouragement. She needs to hear positivity. She doesn't need to hear gloom and doom, and she doesn't need to see people crying. She needs people to love on her and give her hope, and she needs reasons to smile. So she told me, ask your followers to pray for shrinkage. Yes, guys normally wouldn't say that, but in this case, we're going to say that for her. We need shrinkage, please. It's really important because this hits very close to home for me, not just because Alicia's my mother-in-law, but because Alicia's the very one who got me in the carnivore lifestyle 4 years ago. And just so you understand how this worked, her doctor, Dr. King, got her started in carnivore for her son, Richie. Richie is who was one of my first wheelchair renters. It was through Richie that I met his sister, Laura Lee, who is now my wife. So Alecia got Richie started on carnivore for his Cushing's disease, and then she started doing it and had wild success, as you see in this picture right here. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. And she did that in 3 months. And then I started doing it because I injured myself and I needed to lose the weight that I had gained from not running like I had been. So I did it for 2.5 months. Turns out that when I did it, 2 of my closest friends started doing it. So now they're 4 years solid doing carnivore. 2.5 months after I did it, I had my stroke, but it was the carnivore lifestyle that saved me from dying from a brainstem stroke. My wife did it. She had wild success from it. And that's how all of this got started, was because of a phone call that Alecia made to her doctor to get help for her son. Now she's the one that needs all of us carnivores and keto folks to stand behind her and rise up against cancer in prayer. And we are going to help her get healed through God. And He's going to make things possible because we're going to ask Him for it. And so that's this video right now. I'm coming to you from Suches, Georgia, where I'm helping Eric Reynolds develop the April 2024 Cops and Campers event. And it's going to be phenomenal. And it's backdrops like these that are amazing. And the family is going to come up here for a few days to get a little bit of recharge time before going back and dealing with the challenges that lie ahead with cancer. And we're going to bump up that survivability rate by one more person through your prayers and through her dedication to proper nutrition, so that the chemotherapy can do its job to shrink the tumor, so the doctors can do their job to remove the tumor. And then you're going to hear a wild success story come from this, all because of the power of prayer and proper nutrition. So, without further ado, I just wanted to update you on where we've been for the last 3 months, why you're not seeing stories out on the road, and then I want to end this video by telling you something. On my way up here yesterday, I received an email from someone who had passed me on I-75 in Atlanta. And I will do a video about this letter, but I will tell you that she said, my husband's driving, I'm reading him your story on your website, and we have to tell you, my husband's been a carnivore for 3 years. I kicked cancer being a carnivore, and he runs a support group for people who are kicking type 2 diabetes to the curb through the carnivore life, with about 60,000 members in their Facebook page. And that's the whole point of Brisket, the RV, was to start a conversation. And she ended her email by saying, Brisket truly is the conversation starter. So it's doing its thing. God is putting me in all the right places to reach out to all the right people. And I don't even know that I'm reaching out to them until they reach out to me. So RV Carnivore is alive and well, just not as active as we had hoped, but God's got his plan, and we're just going to follow it and see where this leads. And in the meantime, thank you all for your patience. Thank you for still following me. If you don't follow me, please like, subscribe, comment, share, do all those silly things, because it actually does help reach people just like Alecia, who have this unknown thing going on. Maybe when they hear her story, they realize, I might need to go see my doctor. And wait a minute, carnivore might be saving a life here from cancer? I need to do that. That's what your help does by liking, subscribing, and sharing with others. And just so you know, her symptoms, she started turning yellow from jaundice. The bile was backing up in her system. She started suffering really odd rashes around her body. And it all pointed back to this cholangiocarcinoma. It started pointing back to that. And we're discovering that there's a lot more people out there who have this and didn't know it. In fact, a friend of mine in Daytona said her father-in-law is suffering all those same symptoms that she has right now. He's going to the doctor today to get checked out to find out if what he has going on is, so difficult to remember this, cholangiocarcinoma. And he's 87, the age that most people get to be when this cancer reaches them. So, anyways, if you ever wonder who's in control, it's God. And when things like this happen, we learn that there's a reason for all of his things. And right now, I just want to say thanks again for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for being a part of this. And I sure hope this helps some of you, because everybody needs somebody. And maybe that somebody is going to be all of us. Much love to you guys. And oh, do me a favor, go find Cops and Campers. I'll leave a link in the description. Find Cops and Campers, find Keto 50, find Eric Reynolds. Share that with all of your friends who are law enforcement. They need to see it too. Much love, you guys. Take care.